Hi, welcome back to the listening window. Today's story is called I Had to Babysit My Neighbor's Kid. This story is perfect for English listening and speaking practice. It's written in simple, everyday English with natural phrases you can use in real life to help you study. We've created a free downloadable PDF with the full script, vocabulary list, quiz, answer key, and a bonus writing and speaking prompt. You can find the link to download it in the description below. Now, let's begin the story. My name is Sarah. I've always lived a quiet, simple life in a small town just outside the city. I work from home, and most days, I don't see many people except when I go out for groceries or take a short walk in the evening. But everything changed one Friday afternoon when my doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone. When I opened the door, I saw Mrs. Grant, my next door neighbor. She looked flustered and out of breath. "Sarah, I'm so sorry to bother you," she said. "But could you please watch Dylan for a few hours? I have a family emergency. My sister was in a car accident. I have to go to the hospital right now." I was taken aback. I barely knew Mrs. Grant beyond polite smiles and short greetings, and I'd never spent time with her son. Dylan was 6, I think, quiet, always holding a toy dinosaur. When I saw him outside, I hesitated. "I really wouldn't ask if it weren't serious," she said, nearly in tears. Of course I said yes. She hurried away, thanking me a dozen times. And then I was standing in my hallway with a small boy staring up at me. Dylan didn't say a word. He just walked in and sat on the sofa, hugging his toy. "Hey, buddy," I said gently. "You hungry?" He shook his head. I offered him snacks, put on some cartoons, even brought out a few books I had. He didn't respond much, but he wasn't rude. Just quiet. After an hour, I decided to try again. "Dylan, wanna play a game?" He nodded, progressed. We played a memory card game I had lying around. He won twice. I let him win the third time just to see if he'd smiled. He did. A small one, but it counted. Then he surprised me by speaking. "Do you have any dinosaurs?" I looked around, thinking, "No, but maybe we can draw some." So we spent the next hour drawing dinosaurs, naming them, and making up stories. He started opening up. Told me he wanted to be a paleontologist. I was impressed he even knew that word. Things were going well until they weren't. Around 6 p.m., I went to the kitchen to heat some soup. I heard a loud bang from the living room. I rushed out. The lamp was on the floor, broken. Dylan was frozen in place, looking horrified. "I'm sorry," he said quickly. "I didn't mean to. I tripped." I took a deep breath. "It's okay. Accidents happen." But he looked like he was about to cry. Then he whispered something that made my stomach drop. "She's going to yell at me." "Who?" I asked gently. "My mom," he said. "She always yells when I break stuff." I crouched down. "Hey, you're not in trouble. I promise. I'll clean it up. And I won't even tell her if you don't want me to. He looked confused. You won't tell. I shook my head. Not if you don't want me to. It was an accident. He sat quietly after that. Later, while we were watching TV, he asked, "Can I stay here forever?" I smiled. "No, sweetie. Your mom will be back soon." He nodded slowly, but I could tell he wasn't excited about it. That made me feel uncomfortable. When Mrs. Grant returned around 8 p.m., she thanked me over and over. Dylan quietly walked to her, holding his dinosaur. "Did he give you any trouble?" she asked. "Not at all," I said. She looked at him. "You better not have broken anything." He looked down. No. "Everything's fine," I said quickly. "We had fun." But something didn't sit right with me. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about what Dylan said. She's going to yell at me. And that question, can I stay here forever? Was I overthinking? Maybe. But the feeling stayed. The next morning, I baked some cookies and used it as an excuse to visit Mrs. Grant's place. She looked tired. "Everything okay?" I asked. She shrugged. "Just tired. Dylan can be a lot sometimes." She let me in. Dylan was in his room. I could hear cartoons playing. "Is it okay if I say hi?" I asked. "Sure." I walked into his room. He looked up, surprised, then smiled. "I brought cookies," I said. He took one, then, quietly, he said, "Thank you for not yelling." I felt a lump in my throat. I sat down next to him and said, "You can always come over, okay? If you want to draw dinosaurs or play games." He nodded. "You're nice." I left after a while. I didn't know what to do. Was it my place to say something? Report something? Interfere? But I decided to keep checking in. Visiting. Being there. Sometimes a babysitting favor turns into something more important. Sometimes a small boy with a dinosaur teaches you how to listen. Thank you for listening to The Listening Window. This was the story I had to babysit my neighbor's kid. We hope it helped you improve your English listening and speaking skills. To go deeper with this story, you can download the full script, vocabulary list, quiz, answer key, and bonus speaking prompt using the link in the description. And don't forget, leave a comment telling us how you would have ended the story. Would you have done something differently? See you in the next one.